that it was a rather brisk and chilly Tuesday afternoon. The smiles I couldn't help but notice were a little too wide, a little too fixed, like they were permanently etched onto their faces. A woman with long, flowing gray hair that cascaded down her back and a beatific, serene smile that seemed to hover on her lips, glided gracefully towards me. "Welcome, seeker of truth," she cooed, her voice as gentle and tinkling as a set of delicate wind chimes. "We are so profoundly glad that the universe in its infinite wisdom has guided your precious soul to our harmonious circle today." I wasn't entirely convinced it was the universe that had guided me. My money was on the irresistible promise of a free margarita pizza, but I managed to conjure a polite smile in return. "Just here for the, enlightenment," I stammered, attempting to sound suitably spiritual and not just desperately hungry. She nodded with an air of profound sagacity. Just as my flickering hope for actual, edible, non-metaphorical pizza was beginning to dwindle into a faint ember, a man clad in a long, flowing white robe clapped his hands together with surprising force. "Brothers and sisters of the light," he announced, his voice unexpectedly booming, echoing through the incense-laden room, "it is now time for the sacred pre-nourishment purification ritual." My ears immediately perked up at the mention of nourishment. Perhaps, just perhaps, the pizza was a post-ritual reward? A delicious incentive for spiritual participation? I figured I could probably handle a little bit of purification, if it meant eventually getting my hands on a slice of Hawaiian, or even a simple cheese. The robed man, whom I later learned was addressed as Brother Solstice, gestured expansively for all of us to arrange ourselves in a circle on the floor cushions. The ukulele player seamlessly switched to a more rhythmic, almost hypnotic and slightly unsettling tune. The purification ritual, as it turned out, involved a significant amount of deep, resonant breathing exercises and repetitive, monotone chanting. My mind raced like a Formula One car on a caffeine high. Astral detachment? The language of the stars? This experience had rapidly transcended the realm of a slightly awkward self-help seminar, and was now firmly venturing into call your mom immediately, and tell her you love her, just in case things go sideways territory. The seductive promise of free pizza had cleverly lured me into a situation that was rapidly spiraling far beyond the boundaries of my personal comfort zone. Which, to be perfectly fair, is generally quite accommodating and spacious. But even my usually accommodating nature has its clearly defined limits, and communing with intangible cosmic energy as a substitute for consuming actual carbohydrates was definitely several light years past that particular limit. I urgently needed an exit strategy, and I needed it implemented immediately before I accidentally achieved enlightenment on an empty stomach. As everyone else dutifully closed their eyes preparing for the guided